going on, everybody? It's your boy Lil Country Grasslinger, and this is Lawn Kid Convos. Let's talk about it.
We gon' talk about it. We gon' talk about this, that, and the third. And the third blowing, heads trimming and educating. And we eat from coast to coast, exchanging long care information. This your boy Low Country, this is Lawn Kid Conversations. Talk about it. We gon' talk about it. Okay, talk about it. We gon' talk about this, that, and the third. Mowing, blowing, heads trimming and educating. And we eat. Okay, from coast to coast, exchanging long care information. This your boy Low Country, this is Lawn Kid Conversations. Let's talk about it.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Lil Country Grasslinger. I got a little something on my mind today. I noticed, like, when my son goes out to cut grass with me, he don't ever really like to cut grass within our community, close by, whereas people he go to school with can see him cutting. And I noticed it, and I mentioned it to him, and he was like, no, that's not the case. Like, I'm just tired. But as a parent, you know your kid. Most of the time we always do outside the area and then work our way back so we can tie it up. When we're tired, we can come on home. So I kind of realized that had to be the issue. So, I had to sit down and have a little chat with him. I had to put my dad hat on. Wasn't the supervisor no more. I had to put my dad hat on. And I had to break it down to him. The average kid your age, or his age I should say, they're out working fast food, and they may probably making, I think minimum wage is right around $7 an hour. And they're working all week. They're working Monday through Friday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And they're bringing home probably, what, $100, $115, $120 tops, working those part-time jobs. And not to mention, some of them, they only get paid every 2 weeks. So, I broke it down to them. I'm like, I pay you $10 an hour, right? The average job, when it's me and him, it takes us probably anywhere from, I want to say, 15 minutes to 45 minutes to cut a yard, if that, tops. We can go through, I don't know, 15 yards a day sometimes, and most of the time on the big weeks, we might only work 2 days, 1 day sometimes. So if you're making $10 a yard and you doing what, 15 yards, that's $150 in a day, right? My math could be off, but I think I'm right. So the rest of the week you chilling, he's in the athletics and all that good stuff, so he can go to his practices, do whatever he got to do, and he chilling. But then on the weekends, you come out, you pound out a couple of yards, and you making just as much money in 1 day that everybody else is making in a week, 2 weeks sometimes. So I had to, basically let him know, there's nothing wrong with lawn care. Lawn care is a respectable, me personally, I think it's a respectable occupation. I thrive my business off of it. And I honestly believe that these young kids, they gotta understand that making money is a hard task for some adults. Some adults can't go out there and make $150 a day. And I try to get him to understand also, it's like, the days that I'm at work, you can cut right here in the neighborhood. I think we have a total of, let me see, in my neighborhood we have a total of 25 houses. I have a contract with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a contract with 6 of them. When I'm at work, you can cut those and make the money. I don't want nothing out of it. Just make sure you take care of the equipment as if I was there watching it, and the money is yours. But he didn't want to do that. And I'm like, why not? money, whew, boy, I wish somebody would have gave me that opportunity to do this type of stuff at 16 years old. I wish my mindset was at that point at 16 years old. Me, I didn't have my dad around. I was basically on my own at 15, 16 years old, and I had to provide the best way I could. And shortly after 16, 17, my oldest son came about. But my mind wasn't there, and I didn't have nobody to teach me, hey, you can start your own business. Because if that was the case, man, I would have been cutting grass. I would have been cutting grass as soon as I got out of the military. I would have started my business. But, things happen in life. Your mind isn't there. But for you guys that have taken that plunge and branched off, not branched off, but taking that plunge and working towards building your business, build it. Run with it. If someone's giving you the opportunity to do that, go for it. Lawn care is a very respectable business. There's not many places where you're going to be able to go out and make that type of money. And then I'm not going to say the good thing about it is, if you're not a full-fledged business, for a lot of you young guys, that money's tax-free. You don't have to pay taxes. Technically you should, but most case scenarios, people don't pay taxes on that money. But once you build it up, please pay your taxes. Don't say Slinger said you don't have to pay your taxes. You have to pay your taxes. But it's a very respectable occupation, guys. That's what I'm getting at. Take pride in it. No matter what you do in this world, take pride in it. Every occupation in this world is a respectable occupation. If it's a legal occupation, it's a respectable occupation. I think it was my great-grandmother. Yeah, my great-grandmother used to always say that, you're supposed to treat the janitor just as good as you treat the principal. Have the same amount of respect. And, I had that in the back of my head, and it kept me going for so many years. It's stuck in my head. I treat the garbage man like he the president. I speak to him. I don't treat nobody no differently. I'm not going to go head over heels. Oh, that's the president of the United States. It just doesn't do nothing for me. When I was in the military, General Shinseki came through my arms room, gave me a coin. I treated him like he was another man. Of course, I give him the respect that we're supposed to give in the military, but I wasn't excited about it. He's another individual. He put his pants on just like I did. The only difference is he put in a little bit more work to get into a higher position than me. No matter what it is that you do in your life, always place high emphasis on yourself, man. Never allow no one to downgrade what it is you're doing, because 9 times out of 10, the people that's downgrading what you're doing is wishing that they were in your position. I guarantee it. The people that's downgrading what you're doing are wishing that they were in your position. So, with that being said, I'm pulling up to this first property real quick. I'm gonna knock it out. I'm gonna catch you guys. I want to continue to talk about this, so I'm gonna catch you guys when I finish up with this property. But this really touched me today. It really did, and I hope that somebody gets this message that didn't take pride in it, but have the skill to be great at what you're doing. Don't never sell yourself short, guys. And that's the message that I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out real quick, and I'm gonna be back shortly. All right, so I'm back. Took me a little bit longer because the guy across the street came out and asked me how much I charged to do his yard. Gave him a price. Apparently, the guy that was cutting the yard across the street, the one that I actually came over here to cut, he didn't want to just come in the area and just cut one yard, so he never came back to cut either one of them. I guess because the people were selling the house that I came over here to cut, and he didn't want to come to cut one, so he let both of them go. So the guy asked me how much I charge. I told him. He said, give me the green light, and we move forward with it. But back to what I was saying, man, I really do hope that you guys, just take pride in whatever occupation it is that you see fit for your life. Don't let other people steer you wrong by saying, oh, that's not a good occupation, you should do this, you should do that. You got to do what you're comfortable with. You know, right now I do it part-time because of my own personal reasons. Eventually I'm going to branch off as the way things are going right now. It might be within the next year or so, I don't know. But when the situation is right for me and my family, for me to take that plunge, I'm gonna take that plunge, because this is something that I really enjoy doing. I like to see the outcome, and I like to give people that pleasure of coming home to seeing their home or their yards in a better position than the way they left it, or the way they walked in, from when they walked in the house to when they walked back out of their house, whatever the case may be. So, you know, with that being said, it's getting a little bit darker, so you guys really can't see me. So I'm about to go ahead and get back on this road and head home, go get cleaned up, hang out with the kids, hang out with the family for a little bit. Until next time, stay hungry, stay humble, most of all, fuel up and stay hydrated, baby. Sling out ya.